In this video, I'm going to be showing you the most broken ward spots, and one of the spots is extremely broken. The first spot is right here by the Dire small camp by the tier 1 tower. You will need to cut down a tree. It should be right here where my cursor is, but it's a very good spot and pretty tricky to find, and you can block the creep camp. And as you can see, to find the wards there, you need to be in a certain position to find them. And this spot is pretty good because, as you can see now, the wards again, you can only find the wards by walking over here. And I'm pretty sure you can't find the wards just by walking along the tree line over here. But yeah, this spot is pretty good for the landing stage and blocking the small camp. And now for this next spot, we have the Radiant Triangle, and these spots are pretty good. So for our next spot, we will be blocking the enemy's ancients. And you see this white tree over here. If you come right up to this white tree and get a ward, if you position it just right, you can block the enemy's camp. And this spot is pretty tricky to find. You have to walk up along the trees to find this spot, and as you can see, this spot is out of common ward spots, and it's a very good spot for hiding. And our next spot is over here. It gives some good vision of the Radiant secret shop, and you can position it to give you different parts of vision. As you can see, this spot kind of gives you some vision like over there to the left, and just enough vision. If you're paying attention, you can see someone walking into their triangle, and this spot is very hidden. You have to be really looking for a ward to find this spot. And there's this spot here that you can block the enemy's medium camp. And for our next spot, we have a spot right by the Dire's Wisdom. It gives you pretty good vision, and it's pretty sneaky. If I'm correct, you can't find it by placing a ward up here, yes. So the spot is right here, and it's pretty good. Most people won't check this spot because, well, no one ever puts a ward up here. And for our next spot, we have one at the Dire's Ancient, or Triangle. And you could place a ward right here, and as you can see, it gives some pretty good vision of the river, and it gives vision of the the rune, and you can see enemies rotating. So if you're a mid player or on the Dire side, you could place this ward and it would never get found unless someone's really looking, and you have to cut down these trees to find it. And also you can place a ward down here, I believe. Yes, right here. You could place one right here, and it's pretty sneaky. As you can see, it's a pretty good spot as well, but I like the cliff one because, well, it's less likely to be found. And it gives good vision. But yes, this is an excellent spot. Oh, and you could place a sentry up here for a sneaky sentry if you're on the Dire or Radiant side. It will never be found. And for our next spot, well, just cut down this tree right here, place a ward, and you're good. That's it. Pretty simple, but gives good vision. Pretty unlikely for someone to find it. And now for the extremely broken spot. I have only ever seen 2 players use this spot in my games, and anytime I place a ward here, no one ever finds it. The spot is right up here. It's so OP, no one ever finds it, and it's really good. It gives lots of vision, and as you can see, it gives vision here, here, and here. And if you place a ward down here, no one's ever gonna find it. Or if you even place a ward up here, people still can't see it because this is higher than this ground over here. The only way to find this ward is by placing a ward up here or bringing your courier here and bringing it up here to find this spot. And for Dire side, this is a pretty good ward spot for the laning stage. If you place one right here without being seen, don't make it obvious when you're walking up and placing the ward, but most of the time people won't check for wards here because it's quite a strange spot. And if you have like sniper, invoker, or any other skill shot heroes, this is a good ward. As you can see, it gives good vision into the tower, and yep, this is a good spot. And for our next spot, we have this spot right here. You could place wards over here, but personally I don't like putting them here because, well, it's quite easy to find. All the enemies have to do is place a ward here and they found it. But if you cut down this tree and place a ward up here, now it's much harder to find. The enemies would have to place a sentry up here or send their courier up here to find it. This spot right here, you could cut down a tree, place a sentry, and block the enemy's creep camp. And here's a spot by Radiant's Wisdom. You could put a ward here, one here, or you could even put it here. Almost no one ever puts a ward here in my games. And you can place a ward here to block the enemy's creep camp. Well, those are all the most OP ward spots I know about. I hope these spots help you in your games and place better wards. And I hope you enjoyed the video.